Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alistair, and today I'm reviewing the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5. The Hyperion Elite 5 is very much a race day shoe, so it's a carbon plated super shoe, and it really is designed to balance speed with a smooth ride. It improves on the previous version by having a much softer midsole foam, so that makes the ride that little bit smoother, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more enjoyable for going longer distances. It's just as lightweight as some of the top carbon plated race day shoes out there right now, and for all intents and purposes, this shoe could be absolutely fantastic. But there's just one core issue that I have with it, which in my opinion holds it back from being one of the greatest racing shoes of 2025. But I'm not going to tell you what that is yet, you'll just have to watch the video. Let's get into it. Starting with the key specifications, they cost $275. I'll let you know by the end of this review if I believe they're worth that price tag. They weigh 7.2 ounces or 204 grams. That's for size US men's 9. And if you're not really sure what that means in terms of how it compares to other running shoes, well, it's very much up there with some of the lightest racing shoes right now. It has a drop of 8mm from heel to toe. The midsole is using DNA Gold PIBA foam. So that is Brooks' softest foam to date. And it's also very lightweight and the response is incredible. And it also has an Aris Speedvolt Plus carbon fiber plate like it did in the previous version. You can just about see it in the cutout of the midsole here. And there is no cutout on the outsole, which is good because that increases stability of the shoe, not having that cutout. So you can actually see the plate, and they are now tuning these plates to the actual length or size of the shoe. So the geometry is different for each different size, the ratios, so to speak. The outsole is using a lightweight rubber compound. There are sections where you see here, the salmon pink sections that are exposed. So that's just exposed foam, the DNA Gold foam. So it's not as durable on that section, but so far I don't see any wear on there, which means the rubber compound is actually extruding enough to make sure that there is no contact in this section, or at least as little contact as possible. The upper is using a TPU pressed mesh, so it is very durable, and because it is kind of knitted, you do get some stretch there. Even though it is a very solid plasticky feel to it, it feels very smooth on your feet, but you get the added benefit of it being very durable as well. I absolutely love how breathable it is as well. I mean, you can see this thing just has air vents and holes all the way throughout the shoe's upper, all the way around 360 degrees. So when you are running at high intensity, your feet do stay cool in these. So I really love the sleekness and how this upper actually performs. When it comes to sizing and fit, they do fit true to size in length, and they had a medium width. These ones actually fit me really, really nicely. They just suit my feet shape perfectly. So my recommendation for sizing and what to go for, just go with your usual sizing. These should fit you well. If you do have wide feet, unfortunately there is no wide version, so you might need to size up a little bit to get that fit just right for you. When it comes to the actual fit on the run and how the upper works, well, the midfoot section does have a nice secure fit, but the heel area needs a lot of work. There is quite a bit of heel slip, and I will go into ways in which you can try to fix this a little bit better, but also what it means for you and your performance on the run in my performance review, so stick with me. But first, if you're enjoying this review, please give a video a like and be sure to comment on the video. That's really important to me because I want to make this channel more of a community. I want to get your guys' input on the shoes that I'm reviewing. I want to know what you thought of them if you've run in them, or maybe you're thinking of buying them. Let me know why you're thinking of buying them. And yeah, just give me your thoughts on any shoe that I review across this channel, because it's gonna really help people who visit the channel, maybe current subscribers or future subscribers. It's gonna help everyone out, and it's gonna give them a better picture of whether the shoes I'm reviewing are gonna be good for them. So please, please, please comment on the video if you don't have anything to say about a shoe. Just say hello and introduce yourself. And subscribe to the channel for more running shoe reviews like this. I always keep things genuine, honest, and as insightful as possible to help you decide whether or not the shoes I'm currently reviewing are going to be best for you and your needs. But if I miss something in the review and you still got a question, or you're just not sure where to start and you need some help or guidance, just drop those questions down in the comments and I'll get back to you. I reply to everyone. Well, you've made it to my performance review. Thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate it. I'm going to start by talking about the ride of the shoe, because that's the most noteworthy in my opinion. It's the most improved feature over the Hyperion Elite version 4. Maybe you're looking at buying this one on the cheap, because this one will be discounted now this one is out. If you want to learn more about version 4, just follow that link up there. But the improvement is really the foam. I absolutely love the Aris carbon plate that was in the previous version, but the foam just didn't have enough cushioning and response. It just felt a little bit dead to me, a little bit too solid. There wasn't enough compression going on, which made the ride a little bit firm. And it was also quite a firm foam, so that you just really couldn't get enough out of the Aris plate, unfortunately. It was a great shoe. I'm not gonna diss it too much because it was a very good shoe. I just felt the ride could be improved. And that is really what has been improved the most in version 5. It's very soft, so you get a nice amount of cushioning. It's not plush, but you do get a lot of compression, and you get a lot of bounce back or response or springiness. Now, when I refer to a plush midsole, which this isn't, I'm suggesting that yes, you get a nice amount of compression, but you don't get that bounce back or springiness. So that's why I'm saying this is well cushioned, it's well balanced. You get the protection, but you also get the springiness and the propulsion from the foam. And when you combine that with the Aris plate, you get a really, really nice combination. You get a very high tension racing shoe. So the flex is quite stiff, but that means if you are running at speed and you've got enough power going into the flex, then what you get out is an extremely explosive, poppy racing shoe. And that's exactly what this one is. Now, it is a shoe that has a slightly lower stack height and, I'm not going to say a firm feeling underfoot, but more grounded, more stable feel than something like the Alphafly 3 from Nike, or maybe the Endorphin Elite 2 from Saucony. Both very cushioned running shoes with high tension, which give you fantastic forward propulsion for marathon racing. This one has a tense plate, but it doesn't have that really soft feeling when you're landing more towards your heel. It's designed more for those who run more towards their forefoot and have a higher cadence or a light-footed stride. There really are two different categories of carbon-plated race day shoes in my opinion. It's those ones there that carry you to the marathon racing line as quickly and bouncy and comfortable and propulsively as possible. And then there's this type, which include racing shoes like the Nike Vaporfly 4, for example, the lightest racing shoe you can get right now, and maybe the Endorphin Pro 4, for example. Those are fantastic running shoes, but they're in a different category from the marathon racers. So I place this as a shoe for racing anything from 5K up to half marathon. That's where it's going to perform the best. But if you do have that light-footed stride with a high cadence and you run more towards your forefoot, then 100% you can use these for marathon racing and you're going to have a fantastic race in a shoe like this because it is fast and propulsive and incredibly lightweight. But for me in the Hyperion Elite 5, I just can't get past the issue of the heel lock. It is really not that good, unfortunately. It's probably one of the worst heel locks I've experienced in a racing shoe. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, I'm overlaying the issue here, which is where your heel just slips out of a shoe when you're running. And that's made worse because it is a very stiff shoe. So naturally, if you are fighting that stiffness, and it makes your heel easier to slip out, which is why you do need excellent heel lock in a racing shoe. If you're fighting to flex a shoe that's very stiff for good reason. I did try the Racer's Loop heel lock method. If you're not sure what that is, follow that link up there. That's a video demonstration of how you can do this lacing setup, which will fix heel slip in most running shoes. But when I tried that method, unfortunately I got too much lace bite because the tongue is too short to actually accommodate that final eyelet and allow me to get that secure fit through the Racer's Loop heel lock method. It is fixable if you're okay with running with lace bite in the top of your foot. I really don't like it because it's very uncomfortable, and after a while it does hurt the top of your foot and makes your leg feel a little bit numb because of it. The other option is you can run with a bit of heel slip, and as the shoe softens, the flex softens over time, that heel slip is going to be less apparent. Unfortunately, the rear end of this shoe feels sloppy as well. It is a little bit wide, and like I said, that lacing system up over here just doesn't hold your foot in place. So if you are running around tight corners, or you like to run more towards your heel, then this shoe is probably going to feel a little bit sloppy for you. Unless, of course, you've got particularly wide heels, in which case they might fit you absolutely fine. And this is why I want to get your input in these videos. I want to know, has anyone actually experienced this shoe, and how are you getting on with this heel slip? Is it okay for your feet shape? Let us know more about your biomechanics and your build. Maybe that's going to help other people decide whether it's going to work for them or not. I have average size feet, so I'm a pretty good barometer for most shoes and for most people. Outsole traction has been fantastic so far. Very good if you are taking tight corners or you're weaving in and out of people. Really, I do absolutely love a lot of aspects of this shoe, and it's really disappointing that the heel lock is such a big letdown for me. It's a very big oversight, which I'm surprised Brooks has made on this one, because they very rarely get that wrong, and most of their shoes are incredibly comfortable around a lacing system, and they perform very, very well. So if that issue was fixed, this shoe could very easily be one of the greatest shoes of the year for me. Now, if you're wondering where the Hyperion Elite 5 features on my best carbon-plated race day super shoes right now, well, just follow that link up there. That'll take you to alistairrunning.com, my blog, where I have a roundup of the best carbon-plated race day shoes. So if you're watching this video in the future, I highly recommend you check that out, and that'll point you in the right direction for the best racing shoes for you. Well, congrats, you've made it to my final verdict. Is the Brooks Hyperion Elite 5 worth $275? No, in my opinion it isn't, and that really pains me to say that, because for the most part this shoe is fantastic, super comfortable upper, really nice, soft but bouncy, responsive ride, and there's so much tension in here, makes the shoe super propulsive and energy efficient. If it weren't for the heel slip, I just lose too much energy from that, which kind of negates the point of a carbon fiber plate, unfortunately. And because there is so much slip, I'm unable to really initiate that plate to the maximum because my foot slips out of the heel. And unfortunately, I can't fix it because that means I just get lace bite from the shoe. If anyone from Brooks is watching this, please just tweak that section up there, improve the heel lock on this shoe, and you guys have got an absolute winner on your hands. If you want to give it a try, because maybe your foot shapes do still work with this shoe, maybe you've got a wider heel on your foot, or you're okay with doing up the laces really tight around the top of your feet to stop that heel slip. Maybe you wear thicker socks, or I don't know, you might just have completely different feet shape where it actually works for you. But if you do love the look of it and you're a huge fan of Brooks running, I would recommend just going to a shop if you can, go in your local store, try them on, see if you get that same heel slip I'm talking about. If you don't, then these are fantastic. If they do fit your feet really well and you're not getting a heel slip, they are well worth the money in my opinion. If you found this review helpful, why not buy me a coffee? I'll put a link up there now, really appreciate it. That's a nice way that you can support me in the channel and I really appreciate it, so thank you. And once again, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified of new videos as they drop. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Peace.